Are Super Barbarians better than sneaky goblins for farming? We're back on the Rush Town Hall 15 account. We're going to be taking a look at farming methods today. More importantly, Super Barbs versus sneaky goblins. So the reason we're doing this here today, because there's a lot of talk about the Super Barch attack. One of my personal favorite attacks, where you're going to go ahead and you're going to use super archers inside of a blimp, send that blimp in here, use invisibilities and clones to go ahead and just gut out the core of this base, and then you're going to basically use the Super Barbarians to support your heroes and work around here. Now this attack is very powerful, it's a very strong war attack, it's a very strong legends attack, but I want to see if we can use just Super Barbarians kind of on their own without as much support to farm like we can with the sneaky goblins, because we all know sneaky goblins are the best farming troop. I mean, hands down, sneaky goblins get the job done, but I kind of feel like for 5 housing space, the Super Barbarians can probably do just as well, if not better, as the sneaky goblins. I know that's crazy, but that's what we're going to be taking a look at here today. First, let me go ahead and let's get this attack finished off. Oh boy, I did not realize that the Inferno was going to lock onto my king, so the king's just going to go down here. Rip the king. He was my favorite king. That's okay though. We got plenty of barbs. We got the royal champion. We got the queen. Those gals can support it and make it all happen, right? Let's just throw a couple barbs down here, get that rage triggered, get this rage triggered. We mostly want to get all of the loot. Now, the one problem with this attack is if you are going for 3 stars against pretty well-established bases, it is very hero dependent. You need your heroes to be pretty decent, and that's one thing I kind of struggle with on this account because we're rushed and we have very low heroes. But I'm wondering, like on a base like this where all those storages were kind of tucked inside the base by multiple layers, and some of even those resource buildings were tucked inside, could we do a little bit better than the sneaky goblins with the Super Barbarians? So that's kind of what we're going to do here today. Oh, how did I miss this? Oh my goodness, we're missing out on the Dark Elixir. I can't even believe we missed the Dark Elixir. How do we miss the Dark Elixir, guys? Anyways, I got distracted. I was going for the 3-star. That's neither here nor there. Which one is going to be better for farming? We still do really well. So taking a look at raw numbers, look at this. The damage per second, 240, the hit points of 1400, and really the training time is not bad for a Super Barbarian. Only 20 seconds with 5 housing space. It's a little bit more, 2 more than the sneaky goblins, but these guys are beefy. Whereas the sneaky goblins have 25% of the hit points at 350 and far less damage per second. Now they do that extra damage to resource buildings, but will that really give them the edge? So what we're going to do is we're going to use mass Super Barbarians like we would with mass sneakies. If we use the Super Barch, we got to train up stuff like golems and electro titans and balloons and stuff, and we got to wait on all the spells. The sneakies, we can kind of just go in and grab the loot. Can we do that with the Super Barbs? I don't know, but I think this is a pretty fair test. A lot of the loot is on the outside, like right around the base here. Sneakies would crush us. Now, can Super Barbarians do the same? Let's just throw in a few Super Barbs here. Let's try to thin out these defenses a little bit. I don't know. I've never tried this from like a farming perspective, but I definitely know how to spam, so I don't know if spamming is going to be the right play, but I have an idea here. So you can see kind of the spells I brought along with some wall breakers and stuff. I kind of have a general thought process of what I want to do. These guys can actually be pretty beefy when used right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna jump these guys like right in here. And we're gonna run our heroes right in this way also. So let's go ahead and let's put the heroes in, let's put our log launcher in, and then let's run the Super Barbs, kind of like a little kill squad Super Barb attack right here to go up the middle with the heroes towards more of that loot. All right, now the one downside is our heroes are really low, like I kind of mentioned earlier, so that could hold us back a little bit, but honestly, sneaky goblins wouldn't struggle on this base. So will the barbarians struggle is my question, and that's what we're going to try to find out right now. Can the barbarians get through here and do something positive? And by something positive, I mean get all the loot on this base, because sneaky goblins would have no problem getting all the loot on this base. And honestly, I think it's going to be a no, guys. I think the big disadvantage here is that the barbarians are going to go in and attack everything. Like they're not going to be like the sneakies, where the sneakies will just go in and attack those resource buildings. So yeah, the Super Barch is great. Don't get me wrong, it's an amazing attack, but it almost seems like you need that big entry from the super the Super Archer blimp. So I don't know, maybe that's the play. Maybe we see, like, we run another Super Archer blimp here and just run that with this. I don't know. I've never done this, guys. I'm just kind of running some experiments. We need to farm on this account anyways. I always need to farm. So I figured let's run some experiments and have a little bit of fun with it. Let's go like this. We maybe don't need that many wall breakers with this. I don't know. I will say it was a little bit disappointing here. But that's okay. That's fine. Let's go home and let's spend a little bit of loot, though. One little odd upgrade that I want to get up is the tornado trap. Yeah, that one seems weird, but a max tornado trap is always nice in Clash. Aside from that, we do have enough Dark Elixir to get a hero up, whether it be the Archer Queen or the Royal Champion. We can get a hero up here. And honestly, I think we'll go Royal Champion for now. Now, I do want to drop down the Warden as well a little bit later in the video, but not right now. We want to do a little bit more experiments with him. So let's go ahead and let's check out our laboratory. And we got quite a bit here in the lab that we can upgrade, and we probably don't want to go the Dark Elixir route. We probably want to spend some of this elixir, and I've been working on the balloons, so let's go with balloons for this upgrade right here. And then we can just dump some of this gold into the walls here, because I want to be able to upgrade the Warden and our Archer Queen a little bit later. So let's just dump a little bit of the loot here, and let's go back out and let's try the Super Barch style attack, but with mass barbarians instead of all those support troops. All right, guys, let's see if this kind of works for us here. I don't know. Now, I did add in some blimps, so it's technically not just straight up mass Super Barbs like we were hoping for, but I don't know. I'm just kind of curious if we can make this work. I don't know why you would ever. Maybe you've been using like the Super Barch and you don't want to waste the 25k Dark Elixir. Maybe that's why you would do this. I mean, that kind of seems logical. Yeah, that would make sense. So I guess if you're ever, you know, trying to just save a little bit of Dark Elixir and not switch to the sneakies, this could be a valid reason. I got it. We're picking it up. I don't know. It feels okay. Now, the one downside is I don't think you can use this at all if your heroes are upgrading. Like, I don't think you can do what you can do with sneakies if your heroes are upgrading with this. Now, I mean, if we Super Archer blimp with sneakies, we could do the same thing here, right? I don't know. Are the Super Barbs better than the sneaky goblins? Statistically, yes. For farming, I think that's a stretch. The main difference is going for those resource buildings. With the Barbs, you really have to cut out a big chunk of the base, and you have to get to those resource buildings by destroying every other building in their paths. So I think I think they're plausible. I think they're usable. Don't get me wrong. I don't think they're like unusable for farming. Like I said, if you're, you know, using them and maybe you don't want to waste the 25k Dark Elixir to go get sneakies, which you would just make back in 2 to 3 raids, and you just don't want to do that. I guess it could be an alternative, but for farming, I don't think anything's going to beat the sneaky goblins, guys. Just being 100% honest with you, nothing's going to top my sneaky boys. All right, let's run through here. We're going to have to lean on the heroes heavy here. We get through this. Why are they gonna beat on that wall when, okay, that one was okay, that's fine, that's valid. I'll give you that one, guys. It wasn't that bad. It looked a lot worse than it was, but it actually wasn't that bad. Let's see if we can get this elixir. I mean, we do get all the loot on the base, and we get a really solid 2-star, but I mean, with that entry, sneaky goblins can do that also, for sure. Sneaky goblins can do that also. So I think my conclusion on this is that if you want to go ahead and train up full armies, or if you want to go ahead and just use the Super Barbarians and not have to worry about switching over, like I said, maybe you're already using Super Barch and you just don't want to switch over for whatever reason, I think this is fine. I think it's okay. It's not going to be as good as Sneaky Goblins for farming, but for straight up attacking and getting 2-stars, it's almost like a guaranteed 2-star every single time. So this is a way where you can farm and gain trophies all pretty easily, if I'm going to be very honest about it. And if you don't mind, like I said, bringing a full army, you're going to do even better. Even with our Royal Champion down here, I think we should be fine on this one. Let's try to cut this path off just a little bit over here. Send this off over here. Okay, nice. All right, Yeah, I think we need to work that through there. But like I said, this was just, I was a little bit curious, and honestly, I was kind of in what I was talking about. I didn't really want to waste that Dark Elixir canceling the sneaky goblins, or canceling the Super Barbs to pop off sneaky goblins. I already had I already had the Super Barb train. Oh, I just butchered this whole statement that I was trying to make. You guys hopefully get what I'm trying to get at, though. I already had the Super Barbs popped, so I didn't really want to waste that Dark Elixir because they still had like 2 days on the boost anyways as I was doing clan games on this gun. I forgot about clan games. I mean, we're already over 4,000 points, which means we'll get the bonus rewards, but I did want to max it out just to help the clan out a little bit. So that's kind of where I was at with it. Just kind of curious how good these guys could do, and honestly, I think they're fine. They're not going to be sneaky goblin fine for straight up farming, but like I said, getting easy 2 stars, it's almost like a guaranteed 2 stars. So if you want a method to farm very easily and push a little bit of trophies, I think Super Barch is your friend for this. I mean, we've done pretty well. We've gotten quite a bit of loot on all these, and we're gaining trophies on every single one. Now, let's go back home. Let's grab this Dark Elixir in here. Ooh, we got a shovel. We got some books in there. Now, let's upgrade our Archer Queen here. Let's upgrade our Warden here. And this is where things are going to get sloppy. I want to try and attack with 3 out of the 4 heroes down. This can't end well. All right, guys, so let's try this one. All we have is our Barbarian King, which means it's going to be harder for us to get our blimp inside of the base. But we do bring a few loons here. Let's see what we can do. Let's drop this off. Let's clone Rage. And let's just kind of see what we can do here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've also been experimenting with this freeze in the comp instead of like all in Invisies. I don't know that I like it. I'm just gonna say that I don't think I like it at all, to be honest with you. But that's, you know, that's a whole different story. All right, so really, I mean, we do good gutting that out. Really, what we got to do is we gotta get the loot, right? I mean, that's ultimately what we're trying to do here. We're not really gonna be able to go too crazy here. I feel like we just go at this like a sneaky raid would. It's gonna go for the loot on the base and then just go from there. All right, so let's just work around here. Looks like we got most of the Dark Elixir. We'll run sneakies all around. Our little level 37 King, he's not gonna do much. That's okay. We'll sprinkle some barbs in. Let's see, where did we miss some loot? That's where we're looking here. Honestly, we didn't miss too much loot overall. I think we can put a couple of barbs. Did I call the barbs sneakies? I think I called the barbs sneakies just a moment ago. I got sneakies on the brain. I miss my sneakies. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. Now, even on this one, this is where I like this, because even though we missed the town hall, we're still going to get the 1 star because getting percent is easy with them. Now, mind you, I could have just jumped through here with sneakies because I would have had jumps because spells. It's easy to keep your spells good with sneakies. And it would have been all fine. But that's a whole different story. Yeah, I don't think I like having that freeze in there. Let's just throw all this stuff in. Let's end up the 69% giggity. Yeah, we just cut ourselves short on the bonus, but that's all right. So my conclusion is the Super Barbs, they're good in their own right. For farming, nothing's ever going to top my sneaky goblins. But if it's the situation where you don't want to waste that 25k Dark Elixir, I think you're going to be fine, you know? I think you'll be fine not wasting it. Yeah, see, like I had 2 hours, or 2 days, 15 hours on that boost, so I didn't want to waste that, you know? So that makes a lot of sense. Let me know what you guys like to farm with. I'll link this army down there in the description. You guys have a great day. Keep on clash bashing.